And we are back. Back. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Birdie's in my fucking way. I can't see the scene there.
Episode 3?
What?
Is this episode 3?
This is technically episode 4. If people want to find episode 1, they can find it. It's somewhere
but
on the
episode
internet.
1 had no sound, correct?
Yes, I fucked up. I made a little fucky wucky, and episode 1 is bad.
That's alright. That's still episode 1.
Yeah,
so
if you don't know that I fucked up, it's almost like I'm talking to a very active Twitch chat. So you know who's the real winner here.
yes.
How's it going, Caleb?
It's going good. How's it going over there?
Going okay. I am in the final throes of realizing that I'm gonna own property in a little while at the end of this week.
Yes.
It's absolutely wild.
But how I hate moving. Oh, how moving is the bane of my existence. I hate moving couches. I hate getting around corners.
Moving fucking sucks, but I've got like a month to do it, so it's gonna be relatively chill.
True, and I think the last time you moved, it was kind of at this pace too, wasn't it? Where it's like every week I'll bring over 5 more things, and then eventually I'll just be done.
I had to move a little bit faster last time, just because I was going out of one apartment and into another one, but in the same complex. It's a 20-minute drive each way, so I have an urge to be a little bit more economical.
Sure.
With my packing trips, but that's not why the viewers are here. They're here to watch us solve a court case.
Oh, no, that is not why they're here.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fair.
get into it.
Yeah, so Caleb, you mind refreshing everybody on what happened last time?
Oh, geez. Well, we're in a very long court case.
Oh yeah.
A very guilty Irishman is being defended by yours truly's, and it was going bad at first. Now we kind of kangarooed this court.
Yeah, so long story short, this guy was inside a moving carriage with somebody. The brickmaker who was in the carriage got stabbed. We found a knife with an M in it with blood all over it. People say that they saw our client do it. So a lot of things were stacked up bad, but we realized that there was a chain of unscrupulous debts that led to one of our witnesses, and then it's just now been revealed that there was another person, an urchin, within that carriage that night.
We had about 3 people who said, yeah, I saw him do it. I saw he thrusted it like this. And they were like, all right, where were you when you saw it? And they were like, oh, I was at the grocery store.
And they had to walk that shit all the way back.
Seen him. Oh, I was in an alley somewhere. I was in Afghanistan. Nobody could have actually seen what happened, and we pretty much proved that, I think.
Yes, the only person that could have possibly seen the moment was the debtor who has reason to off our guy. So there are...
And he was the one watching through the window on the top, right?
Yeah, the banker, yeah.
And now we're at the Old Bailey, the defendant's antechamber. The defendant's hyperbolic time chamber.
We left on a cliffhanger. An urchin threw a smoke bomb in the courtroom, and everyone had to evacuate.
I completely forgot that's how that ended. Yeah.
And now we're here.
We took a recess because of...
because
some
of arson.
Minor terrorism, yes.
What on earth just happened here? I want to know that too. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, I managed to find out what happened. Thank you, Suzato. Yes, I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. Man, we had a paramilitary fucking urchin.
Suzato, baby, I trust you, but I'd rather hear from the bailiff.
Exactly.
This seems like bailiff jurisdiction.
Sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use. Fuck yeah. They're just making sure everything is safe now. There wasn't fucking mustard gas. Don't think the trial, or I think the trial is going to start again soon. That's nice.
But we should all get anthrax tests.
Everyone here's got asbestos already. We're all licking lead paint 24/7.
Yeah.
So the police managed to catch someone who's trying to flee the courtroom. Ooh. Who's this unscrupulous character? It's a young girl around 15. Oh no.
Guilty.
Young girl, then could it be the other passenger?
She'd fit in a box-sized compartment.
Yeah, in the little
like
trunk.
the one we witnessed.
In the little boot trunk. Okay, he wasn't lying. Yeah, so where is Mr. McGilded? So many things you need to ask. Yeah, everyone's got to be secured because they had to secure...
Yeah, did everyone escape?
They had to secure McGilded and they had to secure the coach to make sure nothing was tampered with. So I bet we're going to have to go back over the coach to like make sure nothing changed.
Yeah. Interesting. I bet you're right.
What was she even doing here at the trial? I also want to know that. She was taking a huge risk, returning to the scene of the crime, which they brought here.
Oh, yeah, but in her defense, we have 3 people in this courtroom who've already brought weapons into a government building.
100%. Oh, the
You,
20 pence is
you
coming
got
back.
knife guy. Ooh, 20 pence.
Yes. So that means she snuck on without paying the fare, because we all know that everyone got charged 5 pence that night.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I assumed. 4 passengers, 4 pence each. Comes to a total of 20 pence. Yes, but now there were
Yeah,
5
because they all
passengers.
did agree with their hand on the Bible that they were ripped off.
Yeah, whatever old dusty British
Even the
Bible they've
coachman.
got. The fucking King James version, whatever good that is. The Anglican Bible. Oh, the bailiff wants us back. 5 minutes. Okay, going straight away.
We're bringing the Bible back out in 5 minutes.
And this time, no lying. Okay, the young girl will be
This
out.
is the Protestant round.
Oh, did they get the young girl? I didn't realize that.
I didn't either. I imagine they saw her escaping, but
Yeah, they probably got her. Look at these bobbies. They're chilling. They aren't like out chasing somebody. So I bet they wrangled her.
lovely day for it.
Cool, blimey. Okay. Back in the saddle. 1 p.m. sharp in the Old Bailey. God, I could go for some Baileys right now.
Oh, I could go for
Oh.
an antechamber.
Who's this newsboy girl? This news tomboy.
Oh.
There's a young girl next to McGilded. I like her hat with the buttons in it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where'd she get a smoke grenade?
After that. Oh fuck! How do we do all? Do you remember any of the voices?
That was exactly the judge's voice.
Was that what I did?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, after the rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks,
My lord?
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled our proceedings.
It seems to
Cool
have been
to
an
say
advanced
that.
form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious, an armyman? What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught.
A
And
young
now
army
occupies-
girl?
Yeah, probably.
Would you kill an army man?
Fucking Annie Warbucks over here.
Your name, girl?
Ellipses.
Well, ellipses. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom?
Ellipses.
What is the meaning of this ellipses?
More ellipses. Fucking poker face. Ahem, if I may.
If I
my
may.
lord. Oh, Addison's back.
I am back. If I may, my lord. Oh shit, how did I do that voice?
I just went through this exact same thing.
Yes, Mr. McGilded.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Oh, there we go. Why it is this real ass right here was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that. 'Tis all tied with the events of that night, so it is.
Guilty. Very well, Mr. McGilded, give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Not you too.
Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything.
It's true.
Making me fucking sweat. Okay, we back in the
Okay,
on
here
the
we go.
stand.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then Megora, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fire start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away.
Okay, so he was on the ground. This is new information. I thought that he just like turned in the seat. I didn't know that.
Ellipses for me too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Mason was on the ground at any point.
Yeah, nope, that's new.
I remain somewhat baffled, I guess, but from what I gather, at the night in question, this young girl is indeed riding the omnibus. Is that correct?
It's exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord.
The 5th man. Oh god, I like your socks. I dig your
Audience
whole vibe.
rumbles.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord!
Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start.
Or rather, no, my lord.
Van Zeeks is being very tame for you, Addison.
Are you okay, bud?
Yes, I am, thank you. The young girl. Okay. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. The back seat.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and properly noted off.
I don't think we did the voices while we were going through the individual statements. Thank you, though. So back seat. I'm gonna press him on that just to make sure we know exactly where he was sitting. First got onto the bus. Were there any other passengers on board? Not.
There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger, as it were, I see.
Aye, and that's why I took the back side as I did. 'Tis the most comfortable, so it is.
Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? I'm eating a peach ring.
Drunk? Nice. Good
Well,
choice.
means, 'tis how you've already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one from which the poor gentleman was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, 'tis the most comfortable, and where I feel the most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Then Bagora, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. I don't think that I'm going to gain anything new by pressing this one. Let's look around more. Collapsed on the floor. Okay, I'm going to press that. You sat him up?
I did, on the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? Just common courtesy, so it is.
Look at JoJo stand.
Yep.
I find that a little hard to believe. Oh, I do not remember his voice. It was kind of Gara-ish. Ah, Lord Van Zeeks, now what would that be?
The way you said it now, it was like his voice previously, but just constipated. So unconstipate that man and then you'll have him.
You wake to find the lying man dead at your feet in the carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Like that? Any upstanding member of London society, that is.
Yeah, that line read was a little bit better.
Okay, there we go. Ellipses!
You got a radical shift between these two.
Well
Yeah,
now,
just
as you
gonna
know,
stay
I'm in
on
something of a special line of business.
The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest?
Aye, that's the one. Unfortunately, my lord, not everything's as thankful for the help I offered him, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble.
Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there?
Heavens alive now. I was intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores. Metal Gear.
Aye, the whys and wherefores. Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same?
Yes, my good self would do just the same. The scream, he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Okay. I turned to find where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. So this is where we're going to find the drawer, I think. You say she was hiding herself.
Hey, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When her eyes met, well, fireworks. My heart nearly stopped, beating in my chest.
Ugh, you're really overacting this.
I really am. Still and all, I pulled her out from under there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chinwag with her.
Ugh.
The seat opposite. So she was sitting next to to Mason.
That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there.
You sat this girl next to a corpse?
Yes, my lord.
Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see.
Hmm.
And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I found another scream, a fellow's voice this time.
That was First. Yep. Scream was Mr. First, the Hatterer.
Who? Can I just shoot my shot right now?
Uh-huh.
First is actually a girl.
Ooh, that's a vibe.
Right you are, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, you must have seen the young girl and gentleman with the knife in his belly.
Oh, I'm calling the shot. First is... What if First is this guy's... Or this girl's brother? Because they're both blonde.
Oh, okay.
In other words, the previous witnesses did in fact see you at all, Mr. McGilded.
They did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGilded.
What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact a girl in the late Mr. Mason?
Hey, Millard. Was, as I think everyone understands now, set at the back of the carriage, out of sight, out of mind.
It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in their stature. And readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl.
You're getting a little bit like Chocolate Daddy there. And after that, of course,
I'm not mad at that.
with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the hearses.
Okay. I do wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo, being the defendant's lawyer and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony. That was I gotta use my me voice. Let's just say it's trying. We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGilded before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. We must just try to learn all the facts we can. Okay, so I just have to press a few more statements, I think. We arrived in London this morning. I didn't see my day panning out like this. Wah, wah. Oh, where's my slide whistle? Fuck.
Right?
No grumbling, not even in my head. Fuck.
No slide whistle, not even in your head.
Oh, she knows me too well. Okay, so I just need to press some different statements. Okay, loud thud and a wee scream. So, did I already get this one?
No.
I believe so.
A scream.
We skipped over this one.
Okay.
Aye, that's right. Can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed?
No, it's the girl jumping out.
Well, now, you'll remember, I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. But yes, almost certainly. And when the sound woke me, I opened my eyes. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage, but the fellow on the floor.
Huh. You didn't see anyone, but at the same moment, you did hear a scream. Did our Mr. Mason commit harakiri?
Ah, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume.
No, me, Millard. No. It was from inside the cabin.
Yes, I believe he did.
The call was coming from inside the house. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes.
Okay. And then it was statement 4 that we also didn't get, right?
I...
Trying to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? Yeah, what did you find? afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. Yep.
So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now, 'tis a queer thing. That wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
You farted real loud.
Good gracious.
Under your backside?
And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there for storage.
Oh, cubbyhole on your backside.
Yeah, we've already examined the omnibus. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. Yeah, I know about the cubbyhole.
And that's when I found her.
Thank you, I've had enough.
Okay, hold on. If he was sitting on the
Yeah.
seat over top of the cubbyhole, how the fuck did she stab him?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's I was wondering that too.
Oh, maybe the judge is also wondering that. Oh, well. Okay.
Well, I was wondering that as well.
Oh, she's giving hard ellipses. Caleb, do you also want to be the girl?
Yeah, I was just about to, but she didn't speak.
Okay.
I've been waiting, but
She's all yours.
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. Earns a crust among the large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What?
This girl here? Petty thief?
Aye, sir. And a pretty thief.
Fuck.
A pretty thief? Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer your lord.
Oh, fuck.
oh, that's a gun.
Oh!
Dead.
How dare you? What is the meaning of this?
Hey, sir. That's why she's on the payroll.
Oh, fuck.
Hey,
She's gone.
she's a gunded ghost.
The girl, she's gone.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm over here!
Good gracious.
What was the point in that little sidestep?
I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slip up and got her the job. She got herself backed into a corner so she knifed the kid. That's what you're thinking. Come on, that's what's in your heads, isn't it?
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast. Oh, fuck.
Gun.
Oh, ellipses.
Look, knives are for cowards. Only dogs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do need these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not on your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
Well,
Every time I shoot this gun in this government building, it's 5 more years in prison. Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep 4-wheel drag queens.
Everyone, I'm so excited. I recognize that symbol. That's Herlock Sholmes' signal, or symbol.
No way. This is his gun.
Oh my god,
She
it is!
lifted Sholmes'
Damn it.
gun.
He's about to.
It's nice, isn't it? It's like I like the pig beast.
Ah, do not wave that in my direction.
Oh, drinky drink.
So, Gara, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question.
Isn't it?
It's alright, lass. You can tell him the truth now.
Isn't it? Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
Court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please.
Isn't it?
You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question.
Alright. If I have to,
Gotta
I'll
say,
do a whole monologue in this voice if I have to.
you don't need to commit all the way to that voice, Caleb. I respect you as a performer, but
So I stuck inside the garage before they hooked up the horses, like always, just like that. But it was right a waste of time. I'd had nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you, you can see a blind thing out in the place, it's pitch in there.
It's dark.
Then after a while, I heard this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did, and the scream just came out. Like I was some sort of girl. It's because of that this swell found me. He didn't help me get away, mind.
okay.
Aiding and abetting, ain't it?
Yes, he let you go. Okay.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord.
I just love a bedding.
You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. Leaving only me to kill him. So,
Oh,
It was me.
if I killed her too, who else could they point the finger at? Nobody but me. As I'm sure I've said before, sir.
crack that open.
I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
Show me your cubby hole.
Think a demonstration is called for?
Okay.
Oh, that was the judge.
Oh, okay.
This is where I was sat that night. Judge?
It's underneath this.
Oh, and this cubby hole, what was underneath? Yes, it does appear just large enough for this girl.
But it had other stuff in it before, right?
It had like a purse,
Yeah,
a coin purse in it. There was room for a woman.
Yeah. Aye, but of course, this wee lass was stuck in there. Because I peeked myself on the seat for the duration.
Ah, I understand.
So you see, that's why I let the last bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined, when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even if you have realized your action was a result in your own innocence being called into question.
Not at all, my lord. Not at all.
Whoa.
Okay.
I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. I did what needed to be done. So I thought.
Juror number one just remembered he left the oven on. Was he so interested?
So I thought it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass.
My goodness.
Oh, there we go. Here's some more ticks.
What a perfect gentleman. My lord.
I did leave it on!
This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Oh man, he's on our side now. We're fucking
And
dunking this
he was
guy.
like the foreman of the jury too, so.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh fuck, yeah. Oh, she's even doing it. I think we've got everybody now.
Yeah, we have everyone.
But I bet the prosecution's gonna fucking dunk on us the same way we dunked on him.
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury have consensual, leaning not guilty verdict.
It's all consensual,
They
baby.
agree. They agree.
Mr. Naruhodo, this, well, it must mean what? That we're victorious. Ellipses.
We're victorious, isn't it?
We've core blimeyed.
Core blimey!
Are you sure?
Objection!
Oh, fuck.
What in tarnation? Oh my. I love it.
If the sight of my iron heel Wellington offends, pray do forgive the discourtesy.
He's perfect now. This is
Okay,
what he
so
needed.
Half an hour in, we've got our thumbnail. Great.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking gasping.
This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in the British judicial practice,
Exclamation point.
where evidence and reason should be paramount. Emotion rules the day.
Was he gonna blast my ass with facts and logic?
It seems
Go
that
and
way.
Ben Shapiro all of your asses. This witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature.
Theoretically.
What do you mean his true nature?
Well, hypothetically.
You really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission?
For argument's sake.
After the incident, hypothetically, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. And hypothetically, at least 2 of those officers of the police were radical leftists. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation.
This cubbyhole was a false flag.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's Pizzagate all over again. The compartment under the posterior seat was full of coachman's belongings.
Yes, okay.
But it wasn't that much.
It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
We need to see what the coachman owns.
Good lord!
Beppo, turn out your pockets.
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilded's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat.
Yeah, I agree
Well-
with that, actually.
Yeah, but let's be careful about using the word unlawfully.
Order!
What the fuck was that?
Did he just dissolve?
How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been affected, counsel?
They didn't know that was
X-Men.
a part of the...
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of constabularies in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I understand. He
Well,
is right.
my Nipponese friend,
Me?
Well, Chinaman.
when the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. You are self-respecting, are you not? Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be?
Yeah, it did. It do be having stuff in it, though. It did be
Oh!
having stuff.
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You tell the cart now, fella. How this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks?
Oh, fuck. Ellipses.
This guy should let his lawyer do the talking.
Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
Oh, no. My morality is being called into question. How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus?
Oh, you can actually lie here?
Maybe, but
Well,
this guy
how do
wouldn't
we
lie.
feel?
This guy wouldn't lie.
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, it wasn't empty. Fine.
It wasn't.
I
Yeah.
personally would say I didn't look.
If we didn't look, they're gonna think we actually didn't look, and they're gonna think we're idiots.
Fair.
I don't want to be an idiot.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then,
think it wasn't
yeah.
empty,
We're not
but
gonna lose
wasn't
for
empty.
telling.
there was room.
We're not gonna lose for telling the truth in this game about justice.
But we might.
We had to No. Everything that happened on the boat was injustice. Sure, we solved some things, but we got into every room unlawfully.
Yeah, that's fair. As far as I
It's
remember.
like, we need an excuse to go in our neighbor's room. What should we say?
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, I
there
heard
were
a
articles
fire
inside it,
alarm.
Yes. Do you hear a fire alarm?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure, Council?
Bewit? What are you saying now, you daft dog? I thought you were on my side here. I'll kill you too.
Murmur. No, we gotta tell the truth.
Game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position?
Told you were supposed to lie.
I don't want to. It's justice.
Because that truth doesn't concern us.
As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I know as clearly and honestly as possible. Fuck yeah. Lawful good, motherfucker.
Interesting.
Just not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. And my best interests involve you lying. Now then.
We need to speak with the coach again.
Fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the Kurt must consider the facts. That their cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart. So it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken?
They're pressing me on this?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think.
Ellipses in Western. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage.
That compartment is designed to house equipment.
The Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. Kerthump. That money-lending fleecer and the pick purse are lying. Okay. Yep. Dark middle chapter.
Act 3.
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. This stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick! Of course it's a trick! Kerthump. Flame on the black scale. Fire on the black scale. Bah, bah. Yep. We got concurrings. Yeah, this is gonna bring me into another judicial review, I think.
Interesting. So if we had lied, I don't think that would have happened.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we
I think
We could've-
something good happens later in the story if we do this extra round here.
Yeah, possibly.
Mhm.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yeah, the truth is what I need, but every time a different truth. Yeah.
My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, Council. But before we proceed any further, is there a matter of the outstanding cross-examination?
Yes, it was outstanding.
Good job. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. Grim ellipses. Okay. So, snuck inside the carriage
Well,
before they hooked up. Oh, do you want to take another run at this, Caleb?
While you cross-examine
Yeah.
the witnesses, Lord Van Zeeks is gonna grab a piece of cake and some water.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses like always. Let's press. Already in the omnibus before it set off on its run.
Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spinning a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, isn't it?
I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. I can't do an Irish. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. There we go, finding it.
Good scapegrace.
The red cock of a driver always goes for Sir Grub before his last run, see? And that's when I slip into the carriage and I get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right, isn't it?
But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no?
No.
Coin flip. And answer.
No. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot. I always chuck out all that and grab it in a corner somewhere.
Oh.
Call it the bucket corner. No one ever seems to mind the bucket corner.
And yet, according to
Until
the report...
now.
Until the bucket corner was my undoing,
Now you won't want to know about it.
According to the report filed by the police officer, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia.
There was weed.
Well, I don't know nothing about the weed. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. Check the bucket corner.
Okay.
It seems we've reached the end of the line of inquiry. Continue.
Okay. So right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. So you didn't... I guess I'll press everything.
So she
apparently every time that she hitches a ride on this cab, she takes all the equipment out of there so that she can hide in that little spot. So
Yeah, she crams it in a corner somewhere. Calls it her mop corner. Or bucket corner.
Well, most nights I'm on my own and it got permit at least some of the time.
I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit instead of God permit?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what my kind call it. You say omnibus, I suppose. Regional dialect. The point is, normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away.
That's it? Only that night.
May I see it?
No. This cove was set on me seat from the start.
Aurora Borealis.
He didn't budge the hell way, did he? Not an inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin?
Right, mister? Right, Mr. J?
To be sure, I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you?
So this
Unless you're the Stark.
couldn't possibly be the culprit then, because she was wedged in by this diminutive man's Irish bum.
Then why is she in my courtroom?
Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It was pitch black. Okay, yeah. So let's just get all the information we can. Couldn't see out into the cabin at all.
Not a jot. Most days I push the curtain up with my head and look out the crack. Pretend to be a turtle. I'm in my shell. Then I can have a butcher's at home with a fiddle.
thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
Not a fiddler.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other ones, see? Most of the time, passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. Okay.
Isn't it? Truth is, I ain't too happy in small talk places. I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it anymore, Mom. But it's the only place to hide him in the carriages, so option's choice.
Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? Yeah, so she's a claustrophobic hider. I'd say there's some reason she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor.
So anyway, I was a bit scared, but I had to stick it out under there. Nothing else for it.
Okay. Loud bang. That doesn't make any sense. The guy got stabbed.
Indeed. Unless it
maybe
was
it was
the
the thump.
body falling to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, it was a gun. Sure as daylight, it was a gun. Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream.
Point is, it was scary.
Involuntarily, yes.
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head light up all of a sudden.
That was when he got up. Yep.
That's, yeah, or died.
Mhm.
Oh,
He
well,
got
yes,
the
got
victim.
up.
Yep.
Or not.
We're not, nerd.
Psych.
It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim. Could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment of the crime?
Didn't it? Yeah, I saw it.
Exclamation point.
I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the block wall, falling on the floor seat opposite. You want me to read that again?
The Irishman was sitting up on the floor.
Yep, so he stood him up. Yep.
Yes.
Matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course. Yes.
But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should have never risked looking.
Okay.
I always look.
It's because of that he found me. He did help me get away. Yep. Okay. So.
Okay, yeah, we need to know about that one.
Yep. And when Mr.
Please
McGilda
look,
discovered
never
you,
touch.
he pulled you out from your hiding place.
From your hidey hole.
I was scared stiff, I was, and dragged me out and sat me down on a seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
He put you next to the body, too?
Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts, and he was still bleeding. Made me look him in the eyes as he died, he did,
Uh-oh.
The carriage lurched a bit.
and he ended up falling on me.
Ugh, how awful.
But me and me two hands got covered in blood. Made me sick as a dog, he did.
Okay, so she was the bloody
So
hand
that's
bandit.
the two hands
Yeah.
that everyone kept saying they
Yep,
saw.
That's what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Yeah, you had a quick jaw wag. A chin wag.
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name. And what I was up to in that. And then I heard something up. Somebody screamed.
Yes, Mr. Frost on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. And I was scared. And the others were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me,
Get back under the seat. I'll see you that I'll see that you can get away later.
Okay,
Back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later.
that's a great impression. All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they're still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want. Okay.
Yeah, I think at this point we should be shooting for a mistrial.
No, something's bothering me, but I can't remember.
Yeah, well, I think there are several ways we could get a mistrial out of this.
Okay, so we didn't get any new information out of this, so let's look back over the court record.
I mean, we had smoke bombs thrown in this courtroom.
Oh, Birdie, hey, can you scoot out of the way? Okay. So, let's see here. So, he got stood up, or he got sat back up by McGilded. Maybe he fell onto the knife or something. He fell down and the knife was just on the ground.
On the ground, pointed up. Yep.
Oh, fuck. Do we know Beppo's last name?
I don't check the character records.
Something Italian.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, I don't have...
I don't know if they would put an initial on the knife without that being relevant.
Well, the thing is, it's barely visible, but there's a horse design on this knife, on this hilt. Can y'all see that? It might be too low resolution for you two, but right here, there's like a horse.
I do see. Yeah, let's check the records to get his last name.
I don't think that we can check the people records.
I think you can, can't you?
Yeah, there's a way to look at all of like the important players, isn't it?
No,
I
yeah,
believe there
it's
is.
normally in the case records menu, but that's not an option here, I don't think. So it's something here. Yeah, single stab wound to the abdomen. Let's see. Internal hemorrhaging resulting from the trauma. Okay, I don't think there's anything there.
Does this have to be an answer to the green text she's saying right there?
Yeah, something.
She snuck in beforehand, before they hook up with the horses.
Mm-hmm.
But it was right a waste of time. I got nothing to show for my choice.
Yeah, because she hid. She was trying to fleece somebody in there. Nothing to show for your troubles that night. So you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Oh, I'm gonna take a little sneaker peeker inside.
You going back to the hidey hole?
I'm gonna see if there's a crack or something. Yep. Open sesame. Here I go. I am Cinnamon. Okay, so there is blood on the floor. Was that there before? I don't remember the blood being on the floor.
I guess I don't remember that specifically, but probably.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay, storage compartment. There's nothing in here. It's totally empty this time.
Addison, did you just say it doesn't look like it to the blood being on the floor?
No. It doesn't look like
okay.
there's a crack anywhere. 'Cause it
Oh, I
looks
see.
like, first off, it lifts entirely up, and then you can see that it's got that that inner lining as well that would block any light from going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something doesn't seem quite right in here, he's saying. So,
Turn around. Does that one have a crack? No.
Yeah, let me peep this
Same
floor
kind of
stain.
seat.
Yep, that's blood. It do be blood.
That's a blood, isn't it? I've
Blood
seen
stain.
one of these in a movie.
This bloodstain's so obvious, and he's made no mention of it. This seems like a new bloodstain. Okay. Does seem a little strange.
Okay. Good eye. Yeah.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Okay.
So there was, during the smoke grenade thing, somebody moved luggage out and put a new bloodstain?
I think that might have been what happened.
But those seem like opposite party moves.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like McGilded would have taken out the shit, and at the same time, Zeke's is planning new blood on the floor.
I don't think Zeke's...
Who has the same motive? Yellow Girl?
Yeah, I don't think Zeke's would do it, because otherwise he
Oh.
would have...
Okay,
But
we haven't examined the seats. Yeah, the seat looks reasonably soft, but it's actually rather hard when you sit on it. It's only just wide enough for 2 gents. Okay, an English gentleman would be dressed in such finery, so, yeah. Possible for her to climb over the roof deck, so she has to be seated in here. Women's clothes are very impractical.
yeah,
Interesting. Well, let me peep. Okay, I can't peep the plushness of this seat. Let me look at this bloodstain again. Yep, victim's blood. Clearly visible from the roof deck. The steps are in full view of the passengers. It's a big boy bloodstain, so... Perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight. It doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Okay, so what corner would she wedge everything into? Like, would it be like over here?
Oh, the bucket corner?
Yeah, where would the bucket corner even be?
It would be
No, like-
inside the seat.
Mm-hmm.
So pull up the thing.
Yeah. Let me just... Yep, impractical clothes. I'm gonna grab that.
Impractical Jokers.
Hoist.
So it'd just be in like that upper right corner there.
Yeah.
And that's where all the buckets would go. And that's kind of what we saw too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
Yeah, so I think that we have to present this omnibus with the blood, or with the blood
with the
stain.
new blood you found,
Yeah.
yes, I agree.
Let me just...
Because that is new, is what they're hinting at.
Yeah, but did anything else change? Like up to...
Well, go back up and see if you can see the new blood stain through the window.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Didn't see the inside
Sure you
of the
can.
carriage.
Okay. Oh, no, is that the seat?
Yeah, that's the seat, I think.
Oh.
Okay. So we just need to figure out which statement this thing could be. So, after a while, I hear this loud bang, and I jumped out of my skin. The scream just came out. Because of that, this swell found me. He did help me get away. I jumped out of my skin. Okay, what's the history here? Okay, no. We've fucked this up. Someone screamed. Didn't want anyone seeing me. Get back under the seat so you can get away later. Okay, so that's how he helped her. He helped her by making her get back under the seat.
Yeah.
God damn it. I shouldn't have moved forward. Oh, court record. I think that I can access the court record instead of the press menu. Yep, people. Okay. Yeah, I think all we have for Beppo is just Beppo.
Beppo, yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at everyone we've got here.
Yeah.
If we get to talk to him again, ask his last name.
So we've got Magnus McGilda, that's an M name.
Uh-huh.
Barrow on Zeke's,
Also looking
probably
for
not.
W's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mason, he's got an M, but he's poor.
He's fired, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if it was his knife? He fell on his knife. It was an accident.
Yeah, but
Or
he was
fell asleep
poor.
on it.
Yeah, he was a poor
What do you
guy, though.
mean?
It's a nice
He's
knife.
incredibly poor, and it's a very regal knife.
He does kind of have the same hair as her, as the pickpocket.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe they were in league?
Maybe, I don't know. Okay.
Beppo, Bruce. Oh,
Driver, is an eyewitness. Gentleman who works as a city banker. Yeah, I feel like we already got Bruce's shit.
fair play. Lady first. Oh my god.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, absolutely a woman.
Gina Lestrade. She was discovered by the defendant. Okay. Conclusive piece of evidence. Okie dokie. So let's go through this one more time. Stuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. It's a waste of time, nothing to show you for your troubles. Can't see a
I
thing
mean,
in that
yeah.
hiding place.
You can talk to McGilda too, right?
I don't think that I can go over unless I'm like in the middle of a press.
Oh, okay.
So we've got these 5 options, and then we can kind of filter down from there.
I thought it let you move shift over to the right. Okay, after a while.
That bang. You know, jumped out of my skin and the scream just came out.
See, I think it's the loud bang, because when you think about it, it's like a carriage on the cobbled streets of London.
Yeah.
That's not going to be a smooth ride.
So, do you think I show the carriage as a counter to this point? I think that I
Sure,
might.
yeah.
Largish
Oh,
knife.
or nothing to show for it, but valuable knife.
Possibly. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Okay.
What'd you say?
I pressed.
That's okay.
Yep. Birdie, you're in my way, my love. Oh,
Isn't it?
Isn't it?
in it.
Okay, so it could have been. I don't remember so well.
Okay.
McGilded's fucking stone face. Point is, it made me jump. Let out a scream involuntarily. That's right. Felt the cushion over me, I'd get lighter all of a sudden. Yeah.
Okay.
It's either when he got up or when he did the stabby. Oh, wait. So, he's trying to contend that... So, she heard the bang and then she felt the cushion get lighter?
Yeah. And he's saying it could have just been when he got up to stab him.
Yeah, why would he have banged before that?
Well, girl.
Isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I saw it. Did you see it, though?
That's
Had a quick
so
look.
much chocolate.
The Irishman was sitting up in the blue. Oh, yeah, was sitting the man up.
Yeah. Okay, that
Okay, sure.
tracks.
Mm-hmm. Matches the account. Uh-huh. Suddenly turns around and looks right at me. So McGilded looks right at her.
Mm-hmm.
Sunk back down, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking. Okay. Loud bang. Scream just came out. Okay.
So, okay, it's not that one then. Yes, murder weapon, because the loud bang.
Murder weapon on the bang.
This knife does not make a bang.
Well, that might have been the thump, but I'm gonna present it. I feel like we've got five. We got 5 justice points. I'm feeling okay about this.
I think it's murder weapon because knife doesn't make a bang.
Oh wait, no, this is like a filler. I don't think this is true.
Oh.
Sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the connection.
Fail, you keep bringing up this knife.
Damn, he exploded my justice point. It's the only panic-stricken look I've got. The scream just came out. Because of that,
I think that it's gonna be the nothing to show for it. Like there was nobody in the carriage, but then you've got this really fancy knife.
Okay.
Oh, hey, that's a great idea. This looks expensive, doesn't it? Why didn't you bring it with?
Okay. No, I don't think this is it either. Yep.
Oh, the knife again.
It's got to be something with the carriage itself.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I was really hoping there would have been a hole there. The scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away. So, he helped her back into the carriage, maybe...
No, so he threw her on the seat allegedly.
Yeah,
they talked for a bit, and then he told her to
Get back in the hiding
get
place.
back under.
Yeah.
Which would mean that he would have had to. That's not a very big carriage. There'd had to be like some rocking around for that.
Yeah, that was a long time. That
Is it the... Do we have to pick the carriage next because of that blood that we never talked about, too? The extra blood has been added, right?
I think that we present the carriage on this statement because so much is kind of fucked up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Agreed. Things have all been shifted.
This doesn't seem right either. The music. Oh, let's just consider the implications of that statement. Okay, I think we got it.
Yeah, it's that blood. What?
What implications?
What?
Motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Nothing strikes me about it.
Exactly. There's nothing striking about it. Fuck me.
What does strike me is how stupid you are.
Ugh.
They let you pass the boat bar.
From a different angle.
He rotate anything?
No, I don't think there's any way to like manipulate the evidence in there. Okay. Snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses.
Can we go examine stuff still? Like, are we able to go into that carriage again?
Yeah, we can go back in.
Go back there quick.
That was before the
Go
horses
to the
got-
skylight on the top.
Yeah.
Can you examine it?
Yeah.
Or is this it? Can you open it?
There is a little handle, but I don't think we can touch the
It's
handle.
like a lock.
Let me just touch it just to make sure. Yeah, certainly see the outside. Lamp in the enclosed cabin. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that blood stain's fucking me up. I don't know where the contradiction is though. You see, this is where the game gets tough. Because that feels so new.
Yeah. What are her testimonies again?
Should we go back and just repress everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Press that. Oh. You were already on when the horses got hitched. Wait. Before the horses got hitched on the last night of the whatever.
I think that means that she was just in the carriage the entire night.
Uh-huh. Okay. No point spending money to make money. Yep. Let's clear up the mystery of the fares. 4 paying passengers. Yep. Uh-huh. And 1 little scapegrace riding for free. Okay. Oh, okay. So it was while Beppo was eating.
Oh.
So while Beppo was eating, some shit happened. That's when you slip into the carriage and get yourself hidden under the seat. Okay. And places a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach. No. So Mr. McGilded would have seen gubbins all over the floor, right?
I would assume so, yeah.
Brushes and buckets and whatnot. So maybe when she... Yep. Crammed into a corner somewhere. I'm gonna pursue this real quick. Let me ask you something, Mr. McGilded. Something to say about that last statement? Not really. Okay. Oh, thank you for the farthing. Okay. So that wasn't it. Oh, I have to repress. Dang it. Hold it! We're schmovin'. Waste of time. Oh wait, no. This is a different statement. Motherfucker.
Yeah, we've already seen this one.
Yep.
I don't think he's reacted.
So, did we truly fuck it by...
I don't think so. There's no way we truly fucked it.
I think we fucked our own person.
So come in your hiding place and get away. Yep. So most nights, yeah.
Well, that night there was.
Yeah, McGilded fell asleep on top of you.
Yeah.
Didn't budge the whole way. Not 1 inch. It was totally stuck. Yes.
Classic Irish billionaire.
Because he was asleep. Present in the carriage for the duration of the ride. The whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, mister? Why is she looking over at him?
Is there...
Let's pursue that real quick.
They have a joint lie.
No.
Yeah.
This is just the same stuff.
Nope.
Okay, I think that we
Okay.
need to repress. I want to see the end of that statement real quick.
Let's take a look at number 3. I want to just like see all of her actual statements real quick.
I think we've been cutting some of them off is the problem. I've been pursuing people in the wrong times.
Yeah, but I don't think we've even investigated this one, have we?
Possibly. Couldn't see out into the cabin at all. Not a jot. Most days you push the cushion up with your head and look out the crack. And you can have a butcher's... This is the butcher's fiddling.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep, the seat I get under isn't as plush as the other one. Yeah, so most of the wealthy motherfuckers sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so why Mr. McGilded said he's most comfortable in?
In the hard seat.
Yeah. Well, let's just let her talk.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
next line.
Most of the time, the passengers.
How about that?
Opposite.
Because he didn't do that, did he?
No.
He did.
But remember what happened
He was
when
on top of her,
remember
wasn't
what
he?
happened when the banker reacted during somebody else's testimony? He was biting his cane like a goddamn beaver.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be looking for like a larger reaction than just.
Do we know he's gonna for sure react though?
Probably.
We're probably waiting on. Truth is.
Oh, hello. Okay. So this didn't happen last time.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, motherfucker. This Irishman had a poker face.
Yeah, I had a feeling he had. Yeah.
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council?
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself.
Oh, no. It was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lasses, all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was.
I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now.
And I don't know about yourself, but I find the darkness seems to make everything seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well.
Or did she get super hearing?
Yeah. Oh, I suppose it is. Does. Maybe.
Miss Lestrade. Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps?
Yeah, it was a gun. In it. Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring.
The jabbers, there's no need to tell the whole world of me phobies, ye little scamp ye.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's profoundly important.
It's profoundly important.
My lord, I believe the statement that just made by the witness is profoundly important.
Profoundly important, but all she said was he was snoring.
She heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I just don't know why yet.
Very well. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Council. Nevertheless, guilty. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement at once.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. I'm married.
I know my rights. That's right, insult the judge, always a good move. Strained in my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. I'll press that. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hid yourself?
No, not exactly, no.
Okay. I'm just gonna let it rock until... because now we know we hear a booming.
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what.
But then
Right.
the Irishman sat
But
down.
then, when I saw this swell getting on, I had me head down so he didn't see me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah. Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug. So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though he stopped there and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay and listen to I'm driving his pigs to market. Snores like an old dog he was.
Ellipses.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder?
I don't think it adds up,
It
honestly.
doesn't add up.
Because Mr. Mason had to have gotten on at some point.
Uh-huh.
You had to hear someone.
You just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts.
At odds? Well, are you sure, man?
Don't have a cow, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I had feared
Oh, you
from
knew
his
it.
Nipponese stature.
So you realistic too. Okay. Now we're fighting.
So they all know where I'm from.
Counsel? I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court.
I can demonstrate it right now.
According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilden snoring. But think. It's got to have
And
been
who
when
are
Mr.
these
Mason
other
got
people?
Yeah.
Yep.
Something else we should have heard. I'm going to show a person.
Show a person.
Very well, my lord. Allow me to elaborate. On a particular sound that Mr. Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. Sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person.
This idiot's voice.
Yeah,
Mason. Mason.
Yes.
Wait.
Thrice fired Mason.
yeah, because how would this guy have gotten on the omnibus and seen the guy he owes money and not like been like, oh fuck?
There
I mean,
were
even
words.
just the door opening.
Yep. There's no way snoring was the only thing.
Thrice fired Mason.
Yes. Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear. Wing is the sound of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Ha ha. Got you in our clutches.
Order, explain your reasoning, counsel.
Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got that while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And
Didn't I?
the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So you were, to
Now
all
I've got-
intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time.
Aye, did I not just say as much? I wasn't travelling with anyone else, so that's what you mean.
Yeah. So I'd get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure.
And, from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all?
No, I never did. That's exactly what I was listening for, wanted. Waiting for this swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Murmur, murmur, murmur.
Yes, this petty thief statement was clearly flawed.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Yes.
Right you are.
He knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement.
She's a planted witness.
It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned Eastern friend here. My friend from the far east.
Your friend from the island nation of Nippon?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths.
Ooh, I
Nothing
like this
more.
soundtrack. It's over now.
Oh, juror number 4 is typing. How could the victim
He's dead,
possibly
right?
not have reported the evidence? Makes no Let's not forget that. Oh, uh-oh.
Grandson!
Oh, I.
To the pits, I say! Pits!
Ah, she
See
didn't
you
say
in-
anything.
Oh,
She didn't need to.
I didn't want to judge the little mite, but just because she had some rather naughty ways. But I must say... Ouch, Birdie. You little shit. I can't abide liars. And neither can I. I'm not a crook. Mr. Foreman. I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars. I am not a liar.
Ooh.
Scale's getting tipsy. All
What
right.
happens if...
Then we gotta go back into the jury pitting against each other, motherfucker. 5 jury and
Ah.
guilty. Yeah, it's just typewriter lady, and she obviously she's collating all the facts.
Well, your consideration for others is
If that's
refreshing.
not, he has
My
to be so
Nipponese
drunk right now. He's had so many glasses of wine.
Well, he crushed one and then he threw one against the wall.
He's
Model number 4.
take a lot of drinks, even if there's a lot getting thrown to the wall.
To the considerable troubles you have spared me.
And that's like the 20th time he's cheered us. He's drunk. He thinks that was the first time he cheersed us.
Yes,
He's
very refreshing. I am twisted right now.
It's non-alcoholic.
What are you playing on? Have you forgotten who you're working for? You useless Eastern admin!
This is carnage. It's perfect.
Makes you want to cut your own tongue out.
Juror number 2 is the only one left. Oh, typewriter lady already got it. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going, I know. If we can't find some new ways to convince everyone of Mr. McGilden's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Oh, yeah. Stop it. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However,
Ooh, however...
if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on the whole case. Caleb, your sunroof thing got me thinking. I think that he fell through the ceiling. I think the banker killed somebody.
Yes.
Killed somebody and dumped him through the
They
sunroof.
let us select it. The only thing that threw me off of that is they
What are
didn't
you
let us select
saying?
it. Maybe it was too early.
In it! Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my agitation. Explain yourself at once.
Huh?
When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stands.
Okay.
And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? Is he some sort of vampire?
Some sort of
A
vampire.
spook, a specter?
There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage.
There it is. There's another entrance, and it's the skylight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only
Yes.
problem that I'm
Yes.
even considering is
That's it?
there's no blood up
That-
top. But if y'all are confident in this, I'm cool.
Yes.
100%.
Because he didn't fall through it, it opened up.
If the door wasn't opened even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way.
I wonder what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for us all to see.
Only one side of... Oh, sorry.
Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other has only windows, which clearly are not doors. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly be opened. In short, they're just glass panes, not truly windows. There's no entrance to the cabin other than the door.
I object. Thump. But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really? Teleportation? Is that where you're going, Nipponi's friend?
Yes. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, bang, bong.
Alright, Counsel. The defense will identify the location now. Or capital punishment for all of you. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim enter the cabin? You think he dug here from China?
Yep.
There
down
it is.
below. Okay, yeah. Fucking
Mhm.
slam
Right.
dunk, Caleb.
There.
The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
Yes. And that's where our thud comes from.
The skylight?
Murmur, 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 murmur.
Your ludicrous proposal almost has me at a loss for words. In fact, I lost that second word.
The skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through.
Luda.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Bullshit.
But do you have any shred of evidence to support your addle-brained theory?
Ellipses. Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They each claimed to have heard a loud thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained. As the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with a dagger.
Yes, it has, but would a man slipping from the seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe?
Thank you.
Well, no.
A noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary
We're
cry.
answering all my questions from Act 1.
Uh-huh.
Good gracious.
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it. Yeah, if the skylight was up when he tried to, do the side ladder.
You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible. It's fucking
How-
stupid.
how can
It's
you be so
goo
sure?
bananas. Because if the victim had fallen through the skylight, as you say, the passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony.
That's because that person's the killer.
Well, yes, that's true, but...
Ouch, gee. 'Tis a summoning circle indeed. Might a humble fella make a wee comment there.
Mr. McGilded?
Be sure now. The two fellows who are sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing to the victim falling through the skylight. But It seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but... Aye. 'Tis a case of them being unable to say.
Oh, fuck. What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what was happening. Would you not agree? Fine, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Flip your fires.
My goodness, surely not.
Everyone move your fire now.
Those two chaps on the roof. Typing. You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Come on, Grandma, give me your fire.
Give me fuel, give me fire, Grandma.
Give me...
Oh, hold it. Oh, they're back. Just what exactly are you insinuating here, you blitherer?
the hat's gonna come off and it was jumping around and there was a gun.
You raw, he said. You raw. What are you insinuating? This is a flaming outrage. I've a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. He'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman and well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter.
You were the angriest guy here.
Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's arg.
That's why you were you.
I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms. That's right. I protest too. About you, you rotten scoundrel. Okay, we got everybody. Oity-doity-doy.
Order. This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once for your punishments.
But this is beyond reason, my lord.
5 years
It's
in the
outrageous.
anteroom. You want more?
It's very hurtful, you know.
6 years.
My lord, if I may comment.
Years. Go ahead, Lord Van Zeeks.
It was the defense that incited this outburst from the witness. My learned friend, the Nipponese man, has seen fit to abandon all protocol that we take here in the West so seriously and accuse the witness without proof.
Accuse? I never intended to.
It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting.
I'll command your tongue.
You proposed to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events.
Correct, because they killed him.
You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimidated their criminal guilt. In our British court of law, that is what is termed as a baseless accusation.
Exclamation point.
And give it a base.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but I think the evidence is going to be the pool of blood is bigger on the floor of the thing, and it was just like a little piddly piss poor amount on the seat. So the main conditioning
very
happened
true.
on the ground. Can't just dismiss it without a second thought.
The primary sploosh is on the floor.
What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify. Oh, I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on that fellow.
Man's got mice in his hat. Never trust a man with a mouse in his hat.
We have to see this matter through now, one way or the other. If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. They're shouting, testify. What's happening, Mr.
We
Naruto?
like Ike. We like Ike.
The specters of the public gallery they're in a complete frenzy.
Gay men watch.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. This time you swear on the Big Bible. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord. I didn't come here for this. Well, then why'd you come here? There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Okay, let's fucking go. I feel like we're in endgame. We were the only 2 people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
Both.
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
And how do you know each other?
Skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
Bullshit.
Okay. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Okay. So I'm gonna press, but
Yeah.
I think Omnibus's proof on that last point is gonna be it.
I must say that listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine. Maybe if you showed me on a crudely drawn sketch again, it would be easier to imagine. Either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, without the other one noticing. Forthwith.
That's right, you see. We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the 2 of you were in collusion with one another. What?
Bingo, juror number 4. I knew I liked you.
According to
investigations by Scotland Yard, 2 witnesses share no common dealings.
Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
I like this guy.
Exactly, juror number 3.
Yeah,
They're all coming around now.
Jurors 3 and 4 fucking rule. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Because they haven't moved their fires yet. Oh, yes, they did.
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Perfect timing. I was just feeling like cross-examining things. Refuting the accusation.
Okay. There's a fire alarm going off in my building. I don't think I have to worry about it. Only 2 people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that. Let's just press everything. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Absolutely not. Dickon! Okay, I've got to pan the room for everybody. No question about it, he said. None at all. Yeah, it'll highlight here. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here. Okay.
This is true, Mr. McGilded.
Dear me, my lord. At the risk of repeating myself, I birded the omnibus alone, and I nodded off inside almost immediately.
That's an outright lie. Without a doubt, you were engaged in oral sex.
Masturbation!
Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all?
Oh man, this guy's like a kid watching his parents argue.
Too real, my friends, too real. It's all about evidence in the courts these days. So it is. You'll do well to remember that.
Okay. Ellipses. Arr, I saw you with my own eyes. Everyone's mad. This is going so well. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? Press that.
Yes.
It was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It was fucking cold. It would have been quite dark, maybe too dark to see a man fall through a skylight. Is this some kind of a lark? Is this some kind of a joke, he said?
Is this some kind of a LARP?
Is this some kind of a goof or guffaw? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly. No, it's too cold. Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir?
I love that they're bringing that back.
Yeah, they're really fucking vibing off of each other. First is the hype man. Yep, it's impossible.
No, but this game's really
I just
pushing
realized that
for
first
Dinkum.
is making like a horse galloping noise.
You know.
Got the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. Yep, that is extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. You killed a man to spite a guy who locked the door? Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked.
I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all.
That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Oh. Wait.
But he's
Now,
a
now.
liar.
It was a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. It is hardly surprising.
Okay, I'm concerned about this.
No, this guy. Why do we trust first all of a sudden?
He hasn't immediately lied so far.
I believe we've reached an impasse here.
Okay. You!
I'll take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then 'tis only fair that you and the other fiend are too.
Oh no.
Open and free competition is what capitalist society is all about.
I'm afraid I must unstand Mr. McGilded.
Yeah, it's.
This isn't a competition
You-
I should like to be involved in, really.
The invisible hand of the Kurt.
He starts
gonna find
going
ya
up on
in
cancel
contempt.
culture.
In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. Did you not? He was a brickman. Never met Mr. Thrice Fired before. Oh, lummy. No, not once. Never. He'd never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. Nobody is contesting that point.
Nope, they all agree.
Yeah,
You
no,
would
that-
to sit with us.
No, I would imagine not. I wouldn't.
You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Well, actually, no. Yeah, debt.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
first.
debt. To the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. That's the debt. So I'm finna pursue
Yes.
that. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Mr. McGilded?
Oh, yes, counsel. What can I be doing for you?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Yeah, of course I know that asshole.
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder.
What are you insinuating now?
Mr. Fireplay. 'Tis been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date. And remember, I know who your wife drinks tea with. I know where your kids go to school. You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another?
Arg! Everyone's exclamationing.
And young Mr. First?
Oh, fuck. Get his ass. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? Oh,
You do be making hats for a living, do you know?
fuck. I'm just now
You
noticing.
truly do.
I'm just now noticing these two hats are diametrically opposed.
That there top hat sliding around on your head? Is that one of your own creations, is it?
Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door.
A perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Oh, fuck. What's Dick's hat? What's his Dick's hat was all frumpy like that? I bet he made his hat.
Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
Fuck me.
Shit.
That's a dumpy hat.
This guy loves dumpy hats. Yup.
customers, such as thrice-fired Mason.
Ah!
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of fur, my lord.
His hat looked rather dumpy too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we mean.
I can't help thinking the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
Oh! That's one of my hats.
The other guy's just looking at him like, you're getting caught.
Aye, that he is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours.
What?
Sort of customer, I'd wager you could have a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of your goods.
Oh no, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Chewing like a beaver, chewing like a beaver.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellows here hadn't the remotest connection to the victim, you see.
Another summoning circle.
You got their asses.
Arrest my case.
You little weasel. Her. He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGilden has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he?
Chat. Please don't let my little interruption hold you.
I got
hold up the
Chibo.
proceedings.
I got a
Hat
Chibo.
hunter.
Delightful.
Oh, this.
Skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. Okay, maybe that was like an inessential piece of info, because it didn't feel like that... Well, I guess it did open up a lot of inquiry. Yep.
Yeah, it certainly did.
Shut the entire time. Okay, so this maybe tell us what the opening mechanism is. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's going
I'm
to
gonna
lose
shoot
his...
you in the head.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what
I'm
he
gonna
said.
shoot you in Ford Theater.
Take a look for yourself. Go on. Yep. You see? It's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. There's a little latchy latch.
Yeah. What happens if I kick this latch?
What size of Mr. Mason?
Oh, so it is, of course. That the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it. Still and all.
What?
Just look at the size of the thing. You'd understand.
Now you hold on a minute, sir. The size of the ting means nothing. Not on its own.
The motion of the ocean.
Let's consider the bigger picture. The ocean. The motion. Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind. Loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens.
Hey, this is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Oh, I just mean to say, well...
This
the
is
point
highly irregular.
The point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see, but I opened my trousers. But just my luck. I couldn't make it budge. The smell was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me. I went red as a rogue. I went red as rouge.
And then I peed and cummed.
I peed and cummed and shitted in my pants.
Are you expecting me to sentence you to death?
No, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside the cabin of shame. Well, from the inside, but she knows.
Excuse me.
Yeah, she would have heard that.
I think this is on a separate occasion.
Yeah, she must know the inner workings of like how to get in and
Interesting.
out.
Oh, this was, yeah.
Miss
I
Lestrade.
see what you're saying. Flip a coin. State a fact. Flip a coin.
Stop it!
Hmm?
I seen it. The skyline. That is what we're talking about, right? I was playing with this here nickel, so I wasn't
Oh
listening.
fuck!
It's my gun again. All them skylights open dead easy.
Now put them up. The more
Shoot
easily-
him with a walnut, opens right up.
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, Birdie, that's where the text
You
is.
can't do it from inside, you dumb foggy mug.
Whoa. Birdie, you're so adorable.
Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck on one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I had pieces coming out of my ears. I had knickknacks.
Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be discussing your stolen items.
Anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. I killed them right there. So what I did was I used the skyline, opened the hatch, jumped right through.
What? Nani?
Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from in the cabin.
Skylight opens from the roof.
It's so you can trap people inside.
It's like a
Make
picture
it,
flat.
smack his nuts.
Oh.
Climb up on the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
This is when the audience should be. They chanted earlier. Why don't they chant bailiff, bailiff,
Oh my hat.
testify?
See?
I just want to know when Herlock Sholmes is going to come here.
I don't think we need him for this.
Order, order, order.
You don't think we need him, or you hope we don't need him?
I don't think we're going to require him. I think we're going to get it all on our own.
It appears this girl's statement's quite true.
I don't believe it. This. Oh, yawning. The skylight opens from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for.
Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. Okay. Let's take a little sneaker peeker. Beep beep. So the skylight was fastened shut before, but now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Okay. Okay, it slides like that. It doesn't hinge.
Oh, okay.
Let me look from inside then. Oh my god, I'm just falling apart. Blood! It does open very wide, doesn't it? Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly.
Jesus Christ, that's blood.
That is blood. That do be blood, though.
It's over.
Yeah, they forgot to clean that. Oh, check and mate, atheists. It's without question more blurred. Why would be a blood stain?
It's a blood.
No! I'm a crip! Can't be unrelated to the case, can it? Okay. Yeah. Update that court fucking record, baby. Okay. Okay, I've investigated for myself. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Well...
Well,
buddy.
Well, that's not from us. That's from gang violence.
Checkmate.
yeah.
Kerthump. On the night in question,
Gang violence, sir?
the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. That's utter humbug. Ugh, you can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible.
Then why do you keep pretending to be a horse? Denial.
Irrefutable proof? Here, in this courtroom?
Counsel.
Sorry, I'm getting heated.
My lord.
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here. Are you
Yeah.
accusing them of moiters? Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence? Will you point out what...
Oh, will you point out what it is that proves the victim? Yeah, point, blow, that,
Oh.
blood, show him
Large
your...
blows.
Yandy
I lost it
boys,
for a second.
stop fag posting and get on with it.
Oh, okay. That was me looking, but I need to present. Yep. That is the blood. That is the blood. I see the blood. That is the blood.
There's blood up there. What?
Somebody spilled catsup up here. Yep. Uh-huh. No, it's different blood. Blood from a different thing.
Yeah, this was the gang violence blood.
Got it.
By Jupiter, is that blood in my courtroom?
Arg!
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my. And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime.
Amazing.
No, said both of them.
You fucking idiots.
Order, order, order.
Hold it. But the blood couldn't have sprayed up, or could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin.
Nope.
It only found its way in one particular spot of the skylight. Sure, and that would be very convincing. Convenient. C word. And let's keep in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? It's kind of a safety hazard. What if there's a fire?
But there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean.
Why don't you have a good look on the floor of the cabin between your two seats, Mr. First?
Splooge.
It's all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right up there. So it is.
No, but it can't be. It's all lies. My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we? I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
Surrender your innocence fires to me.
So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? Typing very quickly.
She's just typing innocent, innocent, innocent over again.
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
I also won't tolerate Obama.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing.
And I also liked Obama.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2... Thumb.
On 3, say what you voted in 2012.
Uh-oh. Oh, Van Zeek has one last ploy.
This is fucking bullshit. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would be you referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
I love it when the two of us talk. A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void.
What? Why? I also want to know.
Yeah, same.
For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed.
That's
What?
bold of you.
Yeah, you thought our last thing was bold?
Oh, is this...
We are living in a simulation.
We're gonna have to prove that the urchin didn't smear the blood around.
Yeah, but also, that blood wasn't there, was it?
I don't remember whether the blood was
We
there. on
never
the floor
had
or not.
the latch open before.
Yeah, no.
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in this carriage. At least, not until this trial began.
But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was
Fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session,
What? Yeah, we
Smoke
gotta
bomb.
exonerate the urchin.
Hey, what a palaver. I must say, I didn't expect such a crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Vinzeeks.
A series of duds.
But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, please shut the fuck up. I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature.
Ellipses.
You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt to the facts.
Adapt the facts. What does that even mean? Another one.
Yeah, he's drunk. He's just playing it off very well.
Wait,
He's
this-
gonna make the same toast he made
Wait, this
an
guy's
hour
slammed
ago.
My sixth
alcohol.
bottle. When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast to your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Addison, Alex wants to know if the vampire voice hurts your throat.
Immensely.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zeeks. This will not do, to be sure. Will it now, Council?
Oh, no! Yeah, I gotta put the nail in this vampire's coffin.
I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood in the skylight didn't exist, you say? But, if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there had been in the court room the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing?
All right, well, you can't pretend you didn't see the smoke bomb.
Yeah.
That interrupted your court case.
Isn't that right now, Council?
No, I'm not co-signing on that.
I'm
Not co-signing on that law or
It's true.
lie.
The omnibus hasn't been in full view the entire time the court's been in session.
No.
My learned Nipponese friend.
Huh?
My eastern little baby wavy. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words.
Ellipses. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think...
It could have been possible. Yeah.
Stick to your morals.
Yeah, it could have been possible. Even if we lied about it, the judge would be like,
Yeah.
Counsel? Bailiff smack his nuts.
This is our morality points again. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. The truth. My beautiful, pure heart.
Justice?
There's no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh.
Good gracious. Explain yourself, counsel.
Murmur, 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 murmur.
Yes, there is.
Let's do a shot.
It seems my Nipponese friend here has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Bang. She popped smoke. She was trying to get the extraction. Uh-huh. Yep. Good flashback. Yep. Uh-huh.
He left, don't let the accused escape.
Emergency
Here we call
recess.
an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Whack his PP, bailiff. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus.
Ooh, that's the Phoenix Wright pose!
Yep, the point. Objection, I've got all I need. Yep, murmuring.
Are you wise? What are ye trying to pull? Ye rotten feckless gouger!
Feckless gouger? Metal Gear?
That's right. The game's rated T, otherwise I'd have some harsher words for you. You're supposed to be defending me.
You cunt.
'Tis a wicked plot. 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is.
Perfect. Whatever you think it is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier, as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies such as...
Yep, the storage compartment, we knew about that.
Start with the storage compartment under... Okay, thanks.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm in full solve mode.
I'm well aware where the police investigated the omnibus. This compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That is true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I am afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
Oh.
This is just the highest court in Britain, after all.
Is juror number 4 gonna come in clutch with the transcript? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? The floor stain was also weird. My lord. Yes. Oh.
Yes, Consul.
There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
What?
It must be the big old blood stain.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it at the beginning either.
What in the devil's name are you gonna say now? If ye dare betray me, ye little maggot, you better...
I didn't hit the button.
Silence, McGilded.
You interrupted yourself.
The court awaits the defense's clarification.
Arrgh.
This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. I just have to be a true boy. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, Consul. Where exactly is this alleged mark you claimed appeared beginning at some point in the trial?
Down at your feet.
Yep. My tippy toes is bingo bango mongo. If we consider that the victim fell
I
through
got it!
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. Yep. But as far as I recall, this blood stain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought in.
Good lord. How many times are you going to make me use the Lord's name in vain? Yes, I do believe you're correct, Consul. Yet another mistrial.
Well said. Although, as an advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I commend your honor, but you're the dumbest lawyer I've ever met.
You Nipponese sure do slip on your tongues.
I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence on my side, actually. But the question is whether that evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone. I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Yep. We're good boys. We're a good lawyer.
You fucked yourself.
Everyone knows that I fucked myself. Arg! Oh, McGilded.
Don't you admit this.
Trial is
Damn
over.
it. God damn it.
Mr. McGilded?
You're still paying us.
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now.
But you're the defendant. Oh.
'Tis over, I tell you.
Oy.
Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all nonsense. Facts are what count, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now.
This is taking a turn.
And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all.
Gwa.
I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lard Van Zeeks. Well, my lord,
I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence.
Which is a great point.
At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question's very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its allegation of previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
You can't be trying to prove it doesn't exist.
Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? You gonna double down on not existing?
The prosecution, my lord,
It doesn't exist.
has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Huh.
Very well. It's over. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter,
We just got not guilty, I think.
I don't know.
I
This
shall
d-
proceed to my agitated.
I don't.
Adjudication.
Punishment. As a formality, I am, of course, obliged to confirm with the defense first.
Formality. As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Fuck,
Yeah.
Do we have to put our guy away? This never happens in Phoenix Wright games. Is that really
We've
the right
won.
outcome?
Yes.
Is it really all right for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Yes.
No. Count-
We were almost guilty of.
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. You were about to be hanged. Not guilty's good. Do you accept this not guilty statement?
I think they should hang the leprechaun. I hate him.
Blair, the Irish
How dare ya?
representative.
Yeah,
I
you
hate
should
him
have
so
saw
much.
the girl he's friends with. He would have hated her too.
I think the defendant could be guilty.
God. Jesus Christ.
I think we gotta fucking be a good guy here.
No, but he's not guilty. What evidence do you have? I think it. I don't know. Oh,
It sounds
okay.
like a leprechaun. That's evidence enough.
The thing is,
Guilty.
Yeah,
Oh, go for it.
he could be guilty. I want more facts.
I mean,
I
my
want more
fucking
facts
guilty.
and logic. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Jeez. He did that once
What the
before.
hell,
I don't know why.
dude?
It's so out of character.
Without
Dude.
any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove the defendant is guilty.
Oy, oy, oy.
However, there's also no
Well,
conclusive evidence to prove he's innocent.
Wah wah wee wah. Good gracious me. Order.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the defendant saying, oh, no, never mind. I'm not guilty, guys.
Yeah, it's weird.
The trial's over.
This
I'm
is
not
unprecedented.
guilty.
A defense lawyer calling the accused innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Are you on Percocet? Did you drink with your heart meds this morning?
Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as me liar. Though it was a grand decision.
What?
I must say, you don't
Coin
expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end, but still, hey, here, have this for you, Trebles.
It's a bomb.
Fuck.
Smoke grenade.
Your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
It's just as the right honourable gentleman so succinctly put it, affair. The trial cannot go on anymore.
Yeah, he gets not guilty no matter what we think.
And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
Yes.
It's all about the jury, though. Oh, is he's gonna mask off?
He opens up his robe and he's just naked under there. Starts jerking off.
Oh, I really don't
Hangs
know what to
himself
make
from
of
a
all
ceiling
this.
fan.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Typing. The stinker rich are always guilty of something. You hear? Mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Yeah, everyone's fucking mixed up.
Now the proceedings have unfolded this way, I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. A young nubile end. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. You must. You just must.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you kindly, my lord.
Oh, God. Addison, I just need you to know that Grandma Phyllis is spinning in her grave right now.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
No, I'm objecting.
My ancestors weep.
You know, first off, that's how it's written. I didn't add an extra Irishy wilt, and you know.
You wanna redo that laugh?
No.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Okay. Interesting.
My lord.
The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution's at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. You should have been on smoke bomb watch. Bad
apologies, my lord.
Bad prosecution.
But wait. When we were evacuated
What
from
about the
courtroom,
bailiff?
Lord
Why
Van
are we
Zeeks-
paying him?
Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. Yeah, he fucked up.
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair.
The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Prefer.
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
You mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time?
Welcome to the court system. 'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Magnus McKilted.
You truly are a son of a bitch.
Good grief. You
Roll
marked
credits.
today, have you?
Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Well, something to be looking forward to then.
That was a better pass than that laugh.
I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Who's throwing confetti and setting off fireworks?
They passed that out to the jury at the beginning of the trial.
Now remember, don't pop the party pop. What did I just say?
I can't believe it.
This doesn't feel right in my tummy.
No.
I think it feels just fine.
No, this guy. Okay, even if he wasn't guilty of this crime, that guy has definitely murdered people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
Yeah.
committed other crimes.
Well, I mean, he's like a terrible loan shark who's...
But you should have saw how guilty these
Yeah.
other people were.
Uh-huh. First ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Okay. So yeah, we technically won. We get to stay on our study abroad program.
Yeah, they would have took away our boat bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're bringing us outside straight away. Oh, fuck. What if Herlock Sholmes is out here?
Oh, I hope so.
I've got ellipses now, dog. That certainly was a long trial. Yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. But it still sucked. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mrs. Otto, thank you for your assistance. Ellipses.
Did she even really do much this trial? I feel like she didn't.
She
She
gave-
pointed out some things that we were already kind of thinking about.
And she also brought up that jury review process. She saved us that first time.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
okay, yeah.
I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. I think we know who this is.
Hey, that you did.
Aye, that you did.
Oh boy.
Mr. McGilded. Ah, and that girl is with him too.
Yuck.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
Oh, what stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict and not guilty.
They truly do be letting those fireworks off.
I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I heard it was a sight to behold, and it sure was. And I viewed a tank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Ha! Ha 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 ha.
I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I did anything.
What's on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man then?
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there, for once or twice.
I gotta get going here, but if the pickpocket comes back up, Blair is now the voice, and she sounds exactly what you think she sounds like when you see her.
You're young and headstrong. Just water under the bridge.
Can take some moment?
Oh, I don't think he was here.
What?
Nothing's
I'm back.
resolved.
What?
I gotta get going, but if the pickpocket speaks again, you are now the pickpocket. And what her voice sounds like is just look at her and exactly what you think that she sounds like, you're probably correct.
Is she British?
Or just a quick
Yeah,
pace.
like
Just like
Cockney.
a...
She's
Is she
British.
like, oh my god,
It's
like that?
kinda like voice, and then sometimes when her voice gets tired, it gets a little softer like this. But then when she's heated, it's like this again, and then it gets soft.
All right, have a good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now, the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters into their hands and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. Girl, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay.
This motherfucker hasn't paid taxes in 40 years. It's not that funny.
So then, as we agree afore, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
No, I can't possibly accept that much from a crook.
Be whist. You're a humble people, are you? You from the east? Well, if you insist. But have this. Still in all, you deserve a reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Oh.
Everything is ready,
Uh-oh.
sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom?
Charlie, stop headbutting me.
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir, but there were some changes to the schedule.
What? You know.
Well, I must be making tracks now. My next murder trial is coming right up. It's time for the inspection.
What inspection?
They're gonna examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
Okay.
Stop doing that.
They're going to examine it again? Now?
Why, though? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of the matter. But, as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help wherever I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous.
This guy's got split personality.
I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
Then he fades like a ghost, and there he goes, a free man.
You know, I'm just happy that I don't...
The pickpocket's here. I forgot she was here too.
Oh, shit.
And she's got a gun.
Whoa! Oh, Jesus. So why'd she have a gun? Don't move! I'm just gonna do Toad.
Yeah. Whereas I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade.
Why did she have a gun?
I think she stole it from Herlock Sholmes. It's got his like little clover insignia on the side of it.
Oh.
Would you mind putting that thing down?
Eat it!
You're a grown up.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, what? And I... Oh. And I ain't all grown-ups. I can't...
Ah, there you are. Oh, our
Oh, yeah, that's
boy.
Sherlock Holmes.
Here comes the... Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Who are you?
Blair, you want to be her?
Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now?
Is this some kind of picnic? I already forgot what voice I went with. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Yes, I was. Ah! Oh my god. Simon, stop. Simon,
Oh,
please.
Holy shit!
Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Oh my god, ship bazooka.
I think so.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. Yeah, but
Oh.
like name.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. Oh, she's. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
That's a really good question. I just took my eyes off it for a moment whilst I was changing the different omnibus. Wait, what?
That's the cart is called an omnibus.
Oh, changing onto it. I thought she just admitted that she was fucking with the
Oh.
omnibus. And so she finished it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Luckily, I left it with a. Oh my god, I can't read this shit. I
She got that
fitted
fucking GPS, a telegraphic beacon?
holographic beacon. What year is it?
A tele, what's it? What? I have no idea what this girl's talking about.
Okay. Okay. Steampunk bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? I hate all of this. To apologize, of course, silly. To my technician. Who's your technician? What? You mean say sorry? You must say. Oh my god. These bitches gotta stop talking to each other. You must say sorry. You've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. How old is she supposed to be?
15.
17.
17.
15.
Okay. Oh, she's.
She's 17.
No, she's
It said in
15.
her card. It said in her card she was 17.
17,
To the evidence!
fuck. Damn it.
So she's knocking on adulthood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her ideals are gonna shatter next year.
hmm
Oh, good. You see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping out. Look how I'm geeking out.
We'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. Hated it. I
She was
hate
a lively one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
earlier I had a really long back and forth between the Irishman and the vampire.
it.
Well, I think
Oh.
we ought to be on our way too. Yeah, you're right. But where to? We haven't any time to find place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings, but at the late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. We're gonna be on the street, like youths, like orphans. Worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Oh, McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. Fucking say shoon, let's go. I'm not so sure about that. Midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Doesn't sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or a mansion. To be continued? And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned, the case was far from over.
Oh shit.
I believe that should be the end. Oh, cutscene.
What's going on? Get the fuck
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh, this is. Oh my god.
How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be
McGilded
allowed
was
in
in here.
before we started investigating.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Someone's inside.
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
This can't be.
weirdly close to what Caleb did.
Van Zeeks has a scar? I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's cool as hell. End. Fuck. That's the end of case 3.
I would like to point out that when we learned that the skylight only opens from the outside, I was like, that's a fucking fire hazard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know that does make sense. Oh, well, I'm going to save our current progress, and I'm very glad that I began to have to pee right as we were nearing the end of this, because it's time for the stream to end. Thank you all for watching.
And your stream to begin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back probably next week at some point. You know, the next week or so is going to be a little weird for me, so we'll play it by ear. I'm going to be moving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll talk, and you'll see us right here at downback.club/live.
Or at twitch.tv/holddownback.
Or that.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye.
See ya.